Hello everybody, my name is Jad. We'll go to another MLB 9 innings 25 video, and in today's video we've got some packs, we've got a couple PSETs to go through. I know, a miracle, right? And we've got some combos to go through as well. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. So I really kind of, I said it last video where I was saying to myself, like, I really enjoyed the Mets series because obviously we won the Mets series and everything, but even though we'd lost the Dodgers series, I still really enjoyed the Dodgers series. I mean, it was kind of like, everybody's saying it's the World Series rematch and all that stuff and all those things. And they are true. The Dodgers are seriously the more superior team at this point. That is not to be understated here. They won the World Series and they only got better after that. So it's not surprising that they win this series. Although they were playing a little bit under the what I thought they were underachieving coming into this series, especially getting swept by the Angels. But they really did show up, and I'm gonna be honest, I did not expect Andy Paez to be like having the series that he did. I mean, just on paper, like I don't get to watch the Dodgers play all the time, so I was kind of thinking to myself, like, there's a guy with like a 700 OPS that's gonna be hitting, like, okay, that's like a league average player. Like, why is he hitting 4th and 5th in the order? And he just like went off on this series. Like, Ohtani had his moments. Obviously, he had 2 home runs in Game 1. I think he had a home run in Game 2, didn't he? I actually don't really remember. Cause I was listening on the radio, so I had to miss some moments of the games. But Andy Paez was like going off. Our bullpen kind of collapsed, and yeah, it was tough, man. Oh, look at that. Conveniently, we pull a Mookie Betts. Conveniently, right after the Dodgers series, we pull a Mookie Betts. Does that mean we have a mileage sig? I think we're going to be a little short. So we need another 600. I might pull some vintages pretty soon, although I'm not quite sure yet, just due to the fact that I would like to have a couple more stars, just in case that I need them for like a special shop or something comes up. I would like to save them for a rainy day. But for the most part, that is probably the way we're going to be doing things. So, let's see what we can pull from today's packs, and hopefully we can get something that's pretty cool. Maybe like a legend finally. That'd be the goal, but, beggars can't be choosers, I guess. We'll pull a legend. It'll be a dupe. But actually, I wouldn't mind a dupe because one of you guys told me to save my Diamond Sigs for the exchange shop, which is coming up, or the exchange event, which is coming up. And so it probably wouldn't be that bad for a future kind of just pull a dupe legend. Like, in the past, I'd probably be really offended by it due to the fact that there is no legend combo. Despite the fact when anybody tells you there is no legend combo, you cannot put 3 legends in the combo screen and then hit position option or whatever it is, and you cannot do that. That will not work. It is not a thing. So please do not do that. I don't know why they even let you do that at this point. I'm surprised there isn't even like an option that says like, hey, by the way, this isn't a thing. Please don't do this. I'm really surprised that that's not a thing. Because they've idiot-proofed. I'm sorry if I'm offending you by saying that. But it is the meme of this game to say that when you use the diamond GI on either a silver or a gold, not knowing what it is, and you do not get a diamond out of it, that is the moment. So, I'm just saying, like, I'm surprised they haven't idiot-proofed the legend combo yet. Where if you put 3 legends in the combo, and you hit the combo button, the game doesn't go, well, hold on a minute. Are you sure you want to do that? I'm surprised they have not done that yet. Maybe they have done it, and I just don't have 3 legends because I'm poor, but I don't know. I saw someone try it the other day, and it did not give them a warning. In fact, they had to ask if it was a thing, and in fact, it is not a thing. Please don't do that. I think it should probably be a thing, but it is not a thing. But what do I know? So, alright, that's all my premium players done. Let's see, I got a couple silver player packs here. I would like to, everybody who watches the channel with any sort of... Oh, what is that? I just looked up at my screen, looked down, there's 2 prime players. What? What is going on? I don't even know. Anybody who watches my channel for any significant amount of time knows I like to just sit here and I like to just dunk on this game because, I like the Rivals game better than this game, and I think that I share that viewpoint with a lot of people. However, I would like to take a moment to give the game its roses when it deserves to get its roses, which is today with the last update. Whoever at the company decided that we were going to introduce like the 3x game speed, my god, that is like one of the best updates I've seen in a long time to this game. It makes quick plays. It makes your stage challenge, your club battles, your ranked game. Like the ranked games are already fast now, but it makes everything else just so much faster and just so much less like mind numbing. It's just thank you. It's funny that the update that I really like the most is the update that makes you play the game less, which is makes the game go faster. But it makes it so that way if you have quite a lot of league reset tickets like I do. I mean, like the ball reset tickets. If you have a lot of them like I do, I have a couple hundred of them at this point because I just sit here and I just long play my games all day long. So I'm not really sitting here quick playing games usually. But for people like myself who are, mentally ill and who have all these hundreds of tickets, it makes it so that way I don't have to sit here for 10 hours refreshing league. And I think that's a huge boon for the game, in my opinion. It also makes Stage Challenge, like, not warp my brain either. I used to get, like, bored playing Stage Challenge because there isn't really anything for you to do there but just sit there and babysit the play next game button. And it's just kind of a little bit, it's just kind of a little silly in my opinion. But then again, I have all the weird opinions, so who listens to me on my opinions? I'm just saying. My opinions are definitely out there. Anyway. But yeah, that was a really good update in my opinion. I'm very excited to see, and hopefully that, like, we'll see what they can do with it. Because, I don't know, in my opinion, when you quick play a lot of games in a row, the game will, like, gradually slow down. To the point, like, on my laptop, when I'm farming on my laptop, if I'm just sitting there doing quick play games, for some reason it just, like, slowly slows down over time and takes longer to load. So hopefully this will keep the games moving in a quick pace. But I don't know if you guys have had the same problem I did, but that is definitely a problem that I have noticed on my laptop. At that point, I guess it's probably time for me to do a reboot, but lazy. Sometimes always, maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know if you guys watch baseball like highlights the way I do. I watched Taylor Walls get thrown out of the game the other day against the Houston Astros, and he had a point. Like that was a tough pitch to get called a strike. But I've seen this from a couple players now where they have attempted to argue with umpires by tapping their helmets, kind of like you do for the ball strike system, and it was pretty clear watching the screen that that's what he was doing. He wasn't, like, it looked like he was trying to hide it, like he was trying to make it pretend like he was adjusting his helmet. And then he started tapping his helmet, like, as if to mock the umpire, like, you made a really bad strike call. And the umpire was like, nope, I'm not having any of that. You're out. See you later. And I thought that was funny for two reasons. One is, I love that as a form of protest, I think that that's genius. And there's two trains of thought here. The first train of thought here is you're only really showing up, like, you only get ejected from the game if you show up the umpire. Like, you're allowed to disagree with the umpire. I think that there is a wide range of things you can say to an umpire as a baseball player where you will not get ejected from the game. Like, if you talk to them about something, if you're like, hey, I disagree with that call, and then they'll, like, can you work with me here? And, like, they'll be reasonable. Like, I feel like that, like, immediately doing that is not going to get you thrown out of the game. But when you start showing up the umpire and you make a big deal about things and you go about things, like, in a way that makes people draw attention to the fact that now there's a situation going on, then you're getting ejected out of the game. That's my opinion and point of view. I'm not a baseball player, but I'm just going on what I've heard other baseball players say, especially some recently retired players who've been talking about how you actually have a rather wide range of things you can do when you're trying to talk to an umpire and get them to work with you. Like, you actually have quite the range. But I didn't think that what he did was necessarily showing up the umpire. I feel like you're allowed to show your displeasure with the umpire, but I feel like that shouldn't lead to you getting ejected immediately. And I feel like that unless you're really, really watching that on replay, if you're in the ballpark and you're not in maybe like the first 5 or 6 rows, you probably don't even notice that he's doing that. Maybe the only way you notice it is if at home, while the two of them are disagreeing with each other, and while he's talking to the umpire and he stepped out of the box taking his time out, you kind of notice that he does it, but in the moment, it doesn't really make sense until you think about it. But if you're in the ballpark, I don't think you even notice that. Like, from the seats I normally sit in, I normally sit in the bleacher seats, and I probably wouldn't notice something like that. Like I'll be sitting in the bleacher seats in Yankee Stadium. Like I've watched people get ejected, and I don't even know they're ejected. That's happened before. I wanted to see if I could upgrade my. I think I have a Strasburg. If not, I definitely have a Freddie Freeman card somewhere. But it's really difficult, in my opinion, to notice when that stuff happens from far away, because the gestures are so just difficult to pick out, in my opinion. I actually don't have one. That's actually surprising. So, in my opinion, I don't think he was showing up the umpire. I feel like that you're allowed to disagree with the umpire. I don't feel like that warrants an ejection. But clearly the umpires have talked about this since the first time. I thought someone do it. I don't know if it was Trey Turner or somebody else did it. But I definitely remember that some player in protest touched their helmet to disagree with a strike call, and they got ejected from the game. So this is not the first time that this has happened. I feel like the players should be kind of aware that if you do that, that you will be ejected from the game. But I don't know. I'm in the middle of this. Like, I don't really know what to make of it. It's kind of a funny situation, in my opinion. But at the same time, I don't think that necessarily warranted an ejection. I feel like that maybe it, like, you tell them, like, listen, you don't do that. But I feel like the players should absolutely be on notice now that if you decide to, very similar to when Aaron Hicks, when Aaron Hicks, I remember Aaron Hicks was there at the time, but when Brett Gardner was banging the dugout ceiling and he got ejected from the game for disagreeing with a strike call because he was banging his bat on the ceiling, and I think I want to say it was Phil Cuzzy that ejected him from the game as the first base umpire. And they're like, why would you eject me from the game? Because I'm banging my bat on the ceiling. It's because they were told to watch out for him doing that, because it is a form of protest against the umpires. So I feel like that's kind of how we got here today. I don't think it should have necessarily led to an ejection. I feel like you should let the players play, and if they disagree with your strike call, then, be the bigger man and you suck it up and make a better call next time. But, that was just a really funny situation. If you haven't seen the video, it's really funny. Taylor Walls just crashed out after that, and I don't blame him. I think genuinely he had an argument. He was both right, and on top of that, I don't think that necessarily he even showed up the umpire. I think he just did it, kind of to show that his disagreement, and you got him ejected. So I think all the players should probably know now, if you're going to do that, you're getting ejected from the game. But I saw that. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. And then he really crashed out on the umpire. It was great. And Tampa Bay had a tough series down in the Big H, unfortunately. I think they were the victim of the 83 complete game shutout. Like, I don't know if anybody else saw this, but Framber Valdez threw an 83-pitch complete game shutout. Was it a shutout? I actually don't remember. Hold on a second. I know it was a complete game. But, oh, no, it wasn't. They scored a run. Okay, he gave up a run. Sorry, I didn't know if it was a shutout. Yeah, he gave up one earned run. That's 83 pitches, and he had 9 strikeouts too. Did he have 9? Right? Did I say that right? He had 9 strikeouts. He had 9 strikeouts, and he threw a complete game on 83 pitches. I didn't even realize I pulled the Matsui. I didn't even realize. I'm sitting here looking up stats right now. I'm checked out, man. I'm really checked out in this video, and I apologize. But, yeah, that was an unbelievable. Like, we talk about when you throw a 90-pitch complete game, we have a name for that. It's called the Maddox, when you throw an under 100-pitch complete game. We don't even have a word for when you throw less than 90 pitches for a complete game, because it's just not a thing. I don't even know how you do that. I mean, whenever I watch the games, I think to myself, like, anybody who throws a lot of strikeouts is not going deep into games, because you're going to spend a lot of pitches striking out people. It takes a lot of pitches to strike out people. So when I think about people who have no hitters, genuinely, I think about the pitchers who get a lot of ground ball outs, kind of like Max Fried usually does, or anybody who throws heavy pitches. I think to those people who are going to throw no hitters, it's not necessarily people who strike out a million people, because the problem is when you get like 10, 11, 12 strikeouts, when your stuff is really on, you throw a lot of pitches, because you have to throw at least 3 strikes to every batter. So usually when you strike out a lot of people, in my opinion, you're not really in line to go exceptionally deep into baseball games, because you're going to throw a lot of pitches striking out people. So to me, when you get 10 strikeouts and still only take 83 pitches to strike to complete the game, like, that is how has this happened? So I mean, just an incredible achievement in my opinion. But my brain just kind of breaks on just the statistics of it. It's just wow. All right, I'm trying to think about anything else that happened over the weekend. I remember the Mets predictably swept the Rockies. It's still really funny that we couldn't quite sweep the Rockies, but the Rockies are now 9-50. So, I mean, just what are we doing? I have very rarely been a proponent for like relegation, but in my opinion, I feel like somebody should be forced to sell this team at this point. Like, I'm not really one to do these things, but if you're not going to spend money on the team and you're going to tank forever, then you just don't want to spend money on free agents. Like, they've been pretty bad for a long time. Like, I'm pretty sure that they've put together, I want to say 7 really bad seasons in a row. When was the last time they made the playoffs? What was that, the 2016 season? When was the last time the Rockies made the playoffs? I'm asking this not necessarily because you guys will give me an answer, but because right now I want to make this combination, and then I'm going to go Google the answer. 2018. Okay, 2018. They made the wild card. Didn't they win against the wild card? Or no, did they lose to the Cubs in the wild card? What? AI overview from Google. The Colorado Rockies last made the playoffs in 2018, where they're defeated by the Yankees in the wild card game. Google. I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that. It's the AI overview. I'm looking at it right now. What? It just goes to show you, folks, if you believe everything AI tells you, then I think that you are not looking like. It's good to get a quick answer, but if you need an answer that you're sure about, AI is not the way to go, because AI does not know what is going on all the time. I don't think the Rockies played the Yankees in the wild card game in 2018. I'm just saying. I don't think that happened. I'm trying to think about that. So the Yankees win the wild card. The 2018, the Yankees played the Athletics in the wild card game and won against the Athletics in the wild card, and then got destroyed by the Red Sox as the Red Sox went on the way to win the World Series that season. For anybody out there who does not remember, I remember very vividly because I remember one of the Red Sox players hit a cycle against us in the playoffs, and I also specifically remember that Gary Sanchez was about, maybe like 3 feet away from winning one of those games, and then was caught at the wall, unfortunately. So I specifically remember that year very vividly. But no, this is just here to make fun of AI because it's really funny sometimes. It gives you funny results sometimes. So please do your research. If you look something up on AI, please double check your results, because you never know what's going to give you something. It's just really funny that this actually gave it to me right now. Anyway, that's that distraction out of the way, so let's keep on trucking, shall we? 6 Ultimate Player Packs. So no, they're a horrible team. The White Sox record might be in question at this point. They may threaten the all-time worst season, which has been a record for one whole year. It feels like we're going in the wrong direction, you guys. Oh, that's pretty cool. A Yankee vintage. Like, I don't know how else to say this. It feels like we're going in the wrong direction. We had the White Sox last year lose the most games in history. I'm sorry, have the lowest winning percentage in history. Is it the right terminology? They lost the most games in 162 game format history. How about that? Is that the better way to do it? I don't know if it's a worse, if it's a lower win percentage than the all-time record. I actually don't know. When we're talking like Cleveland Spiders days, I don't know what their win-loss percentage was, but it was pretty abysmal. But they didn't play 162 games, so that's why it's kind of tough to really think about it. But I just can't believe it that we're about to threaten the record for fewest wins in a season already, 1 year removed from the record. That's crazy. I guess they broke the record for most losses in a season. I think that's what the terminology would be. As I sit here and I fumble with my words here. Take the Yu Darvish. Sure, why not? I do actually have one more thing to show you guys before we get into the skill changes, and you guys have probably noticed it already, which is on my bench. Oh, nice! I already have a Jones. Don't know his first name. I'm assuming it's like Tom. We're gonna guess Tom, but we'll find out in a second. Take your bets. Ooh, another one, a Brett Boone. Nice. I already do have a Brett Boone as well. I think I have both of those cards already in Diamond. I will lock them and I will save them later. Maybe we can donate them to the event. Let's take a look. I believe, let's see here. Let's see. I have 2 Blake Snell diamonds. Maybe I'll put him in backup, but I'm pretty sure I already have that card already. I'm not too sure. Anyway, that is okay. I will check at a later date. But you probably noticed this card in my lineup already, which is... I'm actually going to lock this card. The white 4 is sick. I'm sure he has a 6 somewhere. This card. I got this card from my Wednesday box. From my... I don't even know the name of it. What's the word for it? What am I thinking of here? Oops, not in the collection. How do I get there again? Usually there's like a little thing that shows it to me, because... Otherwise, I get lost in these menus because it's really weird. It's in a really weird place as far as I remember. Is it in news? I don't think it's in news, no. I forget where this stupid thing is. Somebody send me help. Is it an achievement? Is it achievement? Yes, it's in the weekly box. It's an achievement. That's where it is. Oh, yeah. I got it from this one. I actually got it from one of the check-in ones. So, yeah. So, let's go take a look at our ranked coin boxes. Nice. PSETs from that would have been way too easy. It would have been way too easy. I don't know what to tell you guys. I'm sorry. It would have absolutely been too easy. Nope. Oh, nice. Was that a PSET? Thank you. Delicious. It's a free PSET. We need them because we are struggling right now. Feels like it's been a while since we've seen a legend skill here. As I say that, I pull a legend skill. It's just not the right numbers. It's also co-op, which I'm just kind of like, on. I'm not really there with co-op yet. 3-2, 3-2-3, not bad, but still not good enough. All right, let us open up the premium recruitment trainer ticket majig thing, and then we will be on our way. Oh, my drive machine, okay. Have to sacrifice that to the garbage pile, unfortunately, but that will be probably everything for me today, you guys, unfortunately. Nothing too ridiculous. Let me go lock that Mookie Betts before I forget about it, because otherwise I will forget about it. I will combine the rest of these players off screen just because I don't want to waste your time with doing more combos. Oh, it's my second Matsui. Oh, that's a shame. Is it my second Matsui? Oh, no, that's the same Matsui. I'll lock the Mookie Betts, and then we will be out of here. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Good luck with your packs, your pulls, your combos, and I'll see you guys with some video. Hopefully this time, what I plan to do this week is I plan to actually get some stats on my batters, and I think that my Robinson Cano has really been struggling recently, so I kind of want to take a look at him in a little bit. It's not like he's really bad, it's just that he's just been struggling in club and ranked. I'm just going to assume it's just because he's in down condition, but he's like bad ball here, spotlight 5-2 player, and he's got like all these things, and just, I don't know. Like, I feel like he should be, I feel like he should be performing a lot better than he is, but I'm gonna go with he's in down condition. I think he's got a gold trainer, he's got a hitting expert. Oh, that's right. That's why he's doing poorly in my club battles, is because I've been trying hitting expert on him, and it hasn't been working. What? That's craziness. He is quite literally my worst batter in club. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, that's not even a joke. So that's why he's been doing poorly. Is because hitting expert doesn't work in quick play. Anyway, if you guys need more evidence of that, I'll show you guys next week. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, I hope you enjoy that bombshell. Until then, I'll see you guys next week. Peace.